Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is a Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, C.J Atemo. How are you and how have you been? Well, somebody will say, you asked us that twice, but there are those who say when you ask the first, how are you, people never really tell you how they are. And if you ask the second time, then you really get to know how they are. Well, it's another day and we're ready for more nuggets. We've been talking about the tenets of rebuilding, and this whole week we're coming to you from 67 Airport Hotel that is along Mombasa Road, just in the Syokimau area. They say it's 6 kilometers and 7 minutes away from the airport. That's why it is called 67 Airport Hotel. It's a good place for accommodation. It's good. It's got very affordable prices, excellent cuisine. It's a quiet environment. So if you need a place for conferencing, team building, you want a place just for the family hangout, the pool side is here. You've got the various restaurants and the bars as well. So if you want a place where you bring in the kids, or you want to have your parties, you want to have your events, photography, videography, you'd get all that right over here. So check out 67 Airport Hotel and see what you can do from right over here. Well, I've shared about the tenets of rebuilding, and I've shared 3 of them. The first one that I shared was vision, the second one was action, and the third one passion. And I said that if you're going to do anything, rebuild your life, rebuild your company, rebuild your business, rebuild your family, you're going to begin with the place of vision. Then you have to have action. There must be a plan of action. Where do you start? How do you start? With whom do you start? You've got to answer those questions. You've got to put one foot forward and the other until you begin walking. But then all of that would mean nothing if there is no passion, because passion is the lifeline to the action that you have. And without passion, the vision never really gets to be accomplished or never gets to go anywhere. Right now and today, we're going to talk about tenet number 4, which is organization. Organization. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot just leave your life to chance. You cannot leave everything to fate. You have to have a certain level of structured thinking and operations. So you've got to have organization. You need to know, what do you do at what point? Whom do you do it with? How do you want it to flow? So many people will do things scattered all over the place. They have no synergy. They have no confluence. And they hope that at the end of the day, all of these scattered activities, all of these unrelated efforts are going to produce one great montage of, a vision that has been done well. But that's not how it goes. You have to be very, very specific, clear, intentional, and deliberate about the actions that you are taking, about the things that you are doing. And you have to mold all of them into the fabric of where you want to go. So you need levels of organization. It means that you're going to have to apply principles of leadership and management. It means that you will have to have measurable goals. It means that you must be able to go back and monitor and evaluate, what are you doing? How are you doing it? And look at the impact even of the people that you are working with, or whatever you're doing with. There must be an organized way. There must be time that is set for things to be done. When are you best placed to do certain things? Where do you need to put in most of the money or more of the money? How are you supposed to go forward? Because if you think of your life or your family or any other thing as a business, there must be structure. Systems flow within structures. You've got to structure your life. You've got to structure your decisions. You've got to structure your thoughts, and then put in place systems that are going to sustain whatever you need to do. Without that level of organization, you may have a lot of activity in the action phase, but you'll get tired and you will be putting in so much passion, and you'll get tired and not be able to see what you are really doing. So at some point in your life, you need to sit down and draw the plan and begin to, strategize very well, have strategic plans, have structures, have systems for whatever you are doing, and get to know when what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, which direction it needs to flow, who needs to do what, so that you are also not doing so much, yet doing so little. It's important for you to have a level of organization. And I'll talk about your time a little bit here because sometimes we are so stretched in time that we cannot do anything effectively. And a lot of people would be so stretched because they are just not organized. Chaos will reveal to you and crisis will reveal to you that something was not managed well or it wasn't organized well. On top of the thing of, just talking about how organized you are going to be, you have to be very deliberate about the results that you want to see as well. You got to be very deliberate about the results that you want to see. And that is what causes you to understand placements. That is what causes you to harness certain strengths and certain kind of thinking and certain kind of thoughts in order for you to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Now, that brings me to talk about the number 5 tenet, which is utilization. The number 5 tenet is utilization. And in utilization, ladies and gentlemen, you need to know how effectively you can use what you have. I know I talked about in action that start from where you are and use what you have. But then this must be a whole subject. It's a whole tenet. How well do we use the resources that are available to us? How well do we use the spaces that are available to us? How well do we use the knowledge that we have? Utilization is a key tenet if you are going to rebuild yourself. And that means that you're going to have very honest conversation and see whether you're utilizing your resources to the maximum. What is your potential and how much are you doing with that potential? You'll find in spaces people who have broken down equipment that could be fixed and they don't use it. They'll say they need to go for new ones. And so they keep on feeling their hands are tied because the company cannot buy the new computers, the company cannot buy other things, the business cannot afford certain other things which they think they needed new ones, yet they have not really utilized what they have. Or you will find people looking for new opportunities when they have not even utilized the opportunities that they have. You'll see people looking for new contacts, but they have not really exploited, in quotes, the contacts that they have or the knowledge that they have. Somebody will be looking for more money and feeling like if I get greater capitalization, I will do more. Yet the truth is they have not even exploited the territory that they are in. It comes up even with things like expansion. You want to go to the next city. You want to open the second shop. You want to, build a brand beyond where you are. But where you started has not even been dug out well. You haven't done everything that you could have done in that particular place. Most times we underutilize resources, underutilize spaces, underutilize our potential. We underutilize the money that is given to us. How many times, for example, does the Treasury have to receive money back from, for example, county governments, money that was never used but was in the budget, but they never used it, so they have to send it back? How much of you is sent back that was never used every day? When you go to sleep in the night, how much of you has been utilized? How much effort, how much time, how much space, how much knowledge has been utilized productively? Or do you do what they do at the county level government, that you send back what you never utilized, and each and every day you go back sending back more than you utilized? Well, this has been Wisdom Moments on K24 with Miss C.J Atemo. Hoping that you have received some insight and looking forward to seeing you again. Keep it right over here. Don't miss out for the last tenet.